and welcome to Gameboy Retro Tech. Hope you're having an amazing day. Now, I could have sworn the period of events that happened with this guy happened differently, but apparently my memory is wrong. See, back in February 15th of 2023, I made a DK Oldies video specifically with this specific Game Boy. Now, I didn't do the best job with that video, but somehow that video has to date 70,000 views. Thank you everybody that's been supporting me, this channel, and that video in particular. I don't fully understand why that video was so popular. I have a feeling it has something to do with me covering a topical subject at the time. Regardless, the thing that I mentioned is I could have sworn that after I made this video, by about 3 days, Nintendo went ahead and did something good for the consumer and released this catalog of Game Boy games for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I don't know why, but I remember the Game Boy catalog being released after that video. But apparently, this catalog, well, not this exact catalog because games have been added over time, but the Game Boy concept for Nintendo Switch apparently predates my DK Oldies video by like 6-7 days, something like that. The announcement video got released on the 8th. I don't know why I remember it being released after the DK Oldies video. Maybe that's the time that I actually found the video. I don't know. But either way, I find it odd timing that about the time-ish when I actually get one of these guys again, this happens. Now, about Switch Online specifically, though, I have some mixed feelings about this whole situation and Nintendo's pseudo-copy of Microsoft's Game Pass, and basically paywalling-ish the old games in Nintendo's catalog. Now, on one hand, I do realize it does take actual dev time and blah blah blah, actual man hours to get a system like this running for old systems to run on newer systems. But at the same time, I'm kind of not super happy with this whole thing of Nintendo putting these games behind a subscription paywall. Now, you can make the argument that Xbox and PlayStation do the same thing with their respective subscription services. But the thing is that under most intents and purposes, you can still buy the games that are offered under those other subscription services. So you can still play those games even if you don't have the online subscription. With Nintendo's walled garden, you can't play those games without giving them money monthly. On one hand, I'm glad that they're doing this at all. This is great for game preservation. The future generations can experience these games. It's all great. But I also don't believe that Nintendo's customers should be forced to give them money monthly for these games. It'd be great as an option. Yes, I am subscribed to Game Pass, and I would probably be subscribed to PS Plus if I had a modern enough PlayStation. I don't necessarily hate the concept of the subscription model, I just don't like it being the only option in regards to playing games. But I mean, what do I know? Not only am I just an idiot pointing a camera at things on the internet, I also subscribe to the service, obviously. So, take that with a massive grain of salt. Just because I have an opinion about something doesn't necessarily mean that I will refuse to do a thing just for the sake of refusing to do a thing. But regardless on my feelings of this particular subject, Nintendo honestly did a really good job porting these older games. It goes for the NES, the SNES, the Game Boy Advance, and the Sega Genesis. Today, though, I want to focus on the Game Boy Color stuff, / Game Boy, as they're kind of one system, but depending on who you ask, they're separate systems. It's a little complicated, but Suffice to say, we're focusing on Game Boy today, and we're bringing back another thing that I've low-key showcased on this channel. This 8-bit Do light controller. This controller was shown off in a different CRT video. You see we have this connected here. It works just like a normal controller, except it's got an excessive amount of D-pads. So I would like to start with my favorite game on this list, Dr. Mario. I believe I touched on this with my DK Oldies video. This specific system, obviously since I got it from DK Oldies, is not my original system, but back in the day I did have this exact model. I just wish I still had the exact Game Boy I had back in the day. This copy of Dr. Mario, on the other hand, is my childhood copy. I still have most of the childhood copies I had with my Game Boy collection. When I saw this a handful of days ago, I couldn't help but appreciate the fact that Nintendo went ahead and preserved this version of the game, despite the fact that they also ported over the original NES version of this game, which is interesting, in my opinion. So we're just gonna go ahead and boot up a casual low-speed game. Let's start at level 2. So this is obviously a pretty old game, and I didn't really have a chance to experience this game as it was new, considering I was born near the tail end of the year 2000. But, because my parents are awesome, I still had a chance to grow up with some of these older games. And it helped form the basis of what kinds of games that I do like, and my gaming future as it is. So we are going to go ahead and actually look at a different game real quick. Something that's fairly similar, and a game that I did feature in my DK Oldies video, considering I got this game from DK Oldies as well, Tetris. Now honestly, I'm a lot better at Tetris than I am Dr. Mario. With both games, when the pieces slash medicine, whatever the hell you call it, get too fast, my reaction time isn't quite enough to keep up with it. But at slower speeds slash lower densities for Dr. Mario, I can usually keep up and do pretty good. I'm not a world championship kind of person by any means, but I very much like this game casually. Ow! I misjudged that. Nice. Oh, wow, okay, I'm doing terribly. I didn't say I was excellent at it all the time anyways, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Oh, this is not a great situation. Oof. Oh wow, this is way too tall. A little uncomfortable. Game, can you give me some skinny pieces? That'd be nice. Eye pieces, I think they're called. Okay, good. Let's start clearing some lines. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I'm not doing too good at all. Usually when I'm playing this game casually, I can get up to like level, I want to say 5 or 6, something like that. But nah, right now my Tetris skills are camera shy. Oh, there's level 1. There we go. Okay, now I'm not in hot water anymore. At least, not for a couple of levels anyways. That was not a great decision. Uh-oh. I might be in trouble here. Oh, where were you a few lines ago? Jeez! Ah! 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 That's the one thing I don't like about old Tetris. It doesn't have the modern block algorithms, so I can actually play the game better. But, oh well. I mean, old Tetris is old Tetris. It's not like I paid $60 for this. Okay, let's take a look real quick at a game that I don't have much experience with. Kirby Tilted Temple, that's a really fun game, but there's not... Well, I mean, I guess I could try and play it. I think it works with the, Joy-Con's motion controls. I'll give that a shot. I never got much experience with Kirby Tilted Tumble. I actually didn't know this game existed until well after emulation became a thing on cell phones. So just for the record, I'm not using the 8-bit Do controller right now. I don't believe it has motion controls. So I have to use the Joy-Con. Okay, off to a good start. Let's start from the beginning, just for the hell of it. Okay. Yo! The motion controls actually work! Okay, I mean, I expected it to, because Nintendo obviously wouldn't f*** that up. But, wow, that's cool. That's cool that a modern thing can work with old motion control technology just fine, with a little bit of coaxing. Huh. Roll Kirby into the hole. Press A to make him jump in the direction that the arrow points. Come on. Okay. Okay. Pushing A makes that feel a little bit weird, but I expect it to like fling the controller, but it is what it is. There we go. I mean, I can fling the controller. This is a little weird. Pop Kirby up to make him jump. I mean, I already figured that out, game. This is a little awkward to control, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, it does look like it's a fun game with some puzzle elements in there. I mean, that's kind of the point, right? Ooh, is this a bonus stage? Come on, go in the thing. There we go. This must be a bonus stage. Cool. Not doing particularly well, but hey. Yeah, little pinball gate, that's cute. Oh! I did not expect to be able to fall off there. Huh. I just started using the thumbstick like that would work. No! Oh! That launcher just saved me. No! Okay, that's bull. It's bullshit. That's what that is. Alright, I want to give another game a shot. For the last one, let's do the most riveting gameplay you've ever seen. Game & Watch Gallery. Specifically the third, apparently. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Whoa! What? I don't remember making a save. What the hell's going on? That's something. You get a star every time you fill up your truck. Get 5 stars and earn a bonus. I don't remember making a save. What the hell is going on? Okay, I've got to, like, use the D-pad and the buttons to use both players. This is actually a little low-key difficult for a Game & Watch game. Doesn't look super complex, but when you're controlling 2 characters at the same time, doesn't matter how complex the game is. It's definitely interesting to mentally process. Okay, now it's starting to... Whoa! Whoa! Okay. This is actually becoming somewhat difficult. I did not expect this out of a Game & Watch game. Oh no! Yay! I know this is probably the most riveting gameplay I've ever seen. Here I am messing up a fairly technically simple game. Okay, this is starting to get more there. Interesting. I love how, even though this is based off of a really old type of game, how entertaining this is still being, relatively speaking to how complicated this game actually is. No! I'm gonna have to practice at that game if I want to get good, but at the same time, I'm not sure if I want to get good at that specific game. Oh, I'll have to check back in the future, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that was a quick look at the Game Boy Nintendo Switch Online stuff. It was only a couple of the games. Maybe in the future we can take a look at some of the other systems that Nintendo's been offering. As much as I don't like this option being locked behind a subscription paywall, I do appreciate that this is an option at all, even if it does mean being locked into giving Nintendo my money whenever I want to play these games. Good job, Nintendo, question mark? I'm not 100% sure how worth it is compared to just buying the games outright, but hey, I mean, if it works, it works, question mark? Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit of an off-the-cuff thing, but whatever works, right? I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. Check out my socials, including Twitter and Tumblr, and I also have the Cobalt Retro Shop eBay store and the Patreon page linked in the description below if you would like to support this channel more directly. Speaking of the Patreon page, I do have to thank Kilo supporter Indian Mac for helping make Cobalt Retro Tech possible. Thank you. And with all that being said, I will see you in the next video.